Bookflowers, it's Kristen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new series on my channel where I'm going to be recommending books to you based off of your Enneagram type. Now, if you don't know about Enneagrams, basically they're different personality traits that are assigned to you, and there are things like the helper. They're basically a way of describing your personality. If you don't know what your Enneagram type is, I highly recommend you finding out, and I'll leave a link in my description box where you can take the same free quiz that I did to see what your type is. But once you know, come back and follow this series because my plan is to have a single video dedicated to recommending a book to each Enneagram type. So, to begin, today we're going to be starting with what seems appropriate, the first Enneagram type, type number 1. So, the thing you need to know about Enneagram type 1 is that they are the achievers, the perfectionists. They must do everything perfectly. Basically, I think of type 1s kind of like superheroes. Their core desire is to be good. And their biggest fear is that they won't be good, that they can be evil. So I feel like in type 1s, you really see this internal struggle between good versus evil. And that really plays heavily into some of the books that I'm suggesting. So to start off, I would like to recommend a book that I feel like if you're a type 1, this character is a lot like you. And it's also my favorite book of all time. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. So, what you should know about this book is that our main character, Jane Eyre, is completely moved by her idea of what is good and what is bad. And she only makes decisions based off of what she believes is the right thing to do, even when it keeps her from like the greatest desire of her heart and she has to suffer. Type 1s are people like that. They're people who will put their happiness aside so that they can really do what is right no matter what. And that's why I would recommend this book to a type 1. The next book that I would like to recommend to a type 1 is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. So, this is a fantasy book, and just imagine that there are 4 different Londons, and then someone has the magical ability to travel through each one. That's our main character, Kel. And the thing about Kel is that he's a rare breed of magician. There's only like 2 of them left, so not many people can travel through these worlds. One day, Kel comes across a black stone that is full of dark magic, and he has to battle between this desire to have the stone and keep its dark magic, and then the good in him, which wants to take it and return it to where it came from. And I feel like at the heart of this book is this struggle between good versus evil, which is also something that I know a type 1 would really relate to. The next book that I would like to recommend is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. So another thing about type 1 is that they're very organized and meticulous and fastidious. So that part of your nature is going to really resonate with this book. Basically, Marie Kondo recommends to you simple steps that you can take to get rid of clutter in your house and only keep things that spark joy in you. It's all about organizing your life and organizing your items and how that kind of organizes your brain. So type 1s, you'll definitely love this one. So type 1s, they really want to change the world and make it better. And so a book that I believe you'll love is Hidden Figures. This book is the true story of women who worked with NASA and worked to make this whole space mission possible. They did it through hard work and through overcoming prejudice, a lot of them, and through dedication, hours of work for the good of the world that was sacrificed time from their family that required an intense level of organization in order for the greater good of mankind. What more is a type 1 but that? And that's why I think that these true stories will really be an inspiration to you. The next book that I'd like to recommend is a book for children and adults too. And that book is The Mysterious Benedict Society by Trenton Lee Stewart. In this story, we have these gifted children, and they work to fight evil with their gifts. So once again, we have the battle between good versus evil, and we also have a wide variety of children. Some of them are type 1, some of them aren't, but the core of this book, fighting against good and evil, is the core of you, type 1. And the last book I'd like to recommend is a little Strange? I don't know. I want in every one of these videos to recommend one book to the type that kind of speaks to their greatest struggle as a way to kind of help you grow. So the thing about type 1s is that they don't really stop and smell the roses. They're always working to overachieve, to do something great, and that's amazing. But the book that I'd like to recommend to you to help you grow is How to Do Nothing, Resisting the Attention Economy by Jenny Odell. This book is kind of just a collection of ways that people have stepped away from society and social media and done things that have kind of immersed them in nature and had nothing to do with productivity or attention, just simply living life. It's beautiful, and in a social media world, I feel like it's really refreshing, and I think that it'll help you, type 1, to just kind of be more generous with yourself and give you more time to relax and be at peace. So there you have it. That is my recommendations for the Enneagram Type 1. If you're an Enneagram Type 1, definitely let me know. If you made it this far, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. And in the comments below, I want to know, what do you think? What books would you recommend? Wow, I'm sorry about the kind of dramatic ending here. I definitely didn't plan for that. It looks like my camera battery died. But anyways, I was just saying to let me know your recommendations in the comments below. And otherwise, I'll speak to you very, very soon. Hopefully with less weird cutoffs next time. Bye.